Good Grumpical Monday, everyone, and how the grump are you? I'm Grumptastic as always, and I am Grumpy J, your host for this lovely build. I'm going to fix my camera because I had to change it just a wee bit, so just give me a second to slightly. It's all right. We'll just fall this way. Had to change my light ring thingy up because the other one that I usually used over there burnt out finally. So long time with that one. So Tim, you were here early. Good to see you, man. Liked your last video on your update. It was good. Couldn't comment because I don't know if it's on kids setting or what, but tried to comment. Manatee, good to see you. So since we had the lovely acclimator, vessel. Now we've got the Venator, and so I went to bring some minifigs, Gainesville, and pick this up. So, of course, a couple pieces I picked up too for the lovely DJ booth, the new and improved DJ booth. It's coming around so nicely. It's nice when you build something and actually appreciate it. Unlike that awful tiki bar of mine. I still see you. But it's been a lot of sorting. You can see these buckets right here. Those are actually all separated parts because I've been sorting for the last few days. So cleaning out all this, sorting out, doing things. So that's right. Grumpy's rearranging, getting his place looking better. So put you there. It's a nice thick book for that. I like that view though. That's pretty cool. The front of the Venator. That was actually, Clone Wars. I was a little too old still, but I watched it all. Don't worry. I finally watched it all. So it's 5 bags. And I got to say, the Venator was awesome. Don't know why they didn't use it in the Empire, but hey, then we got the cool ones. Sorry about that. I will change the setting. Yeah, I think if you put it on yes, it's kid friendly, it won't let you comment. So I didn't know if you knew that, but I was like, I tried to comment, I like that idea, I want to steal that idea, but couldn't comment it. But I think the Venator class definitely beat the Acclimator class. The Acclimator class just looked like a crushed verb, like half of this, just. So I will be doing a lot of comparison because what's funny is I don't know much about this version versus this one because it seems to be more lore, more books, novels, comics, more things like that show this in the games more than this one. So it will be interesting. Ooh, another turquoise one. 2 sets in a row this month with getting that turquoise one. Man, I'm gonna have to see how many I have between them. So this is 643 pieces, but as you can tell, it's going to be all that neat little stuff. But that is okay. That is okay. All right, so this to this, all the way to the end. Got it. I built the Lego City Rides gaming car set recently. Is that the green and black one? That's not a bad looking set. What's going on? Hey, Rob, there you are. Ryan, good to see you. As we were saying, we're going to compare the Acclimator versus the Venator. I actually like the Venator a lot better. Never really paid attention to that, background from a distance. Like that angle, you could almost say it's a Venator. But we're going to compare, see how it goes. And other than that, we're just going to relax because it's that time to relax. But like I said earlier, I did go to Bricks and Minifigs and to get this set and buy pieces for the DJ booth, which I've worked on. And now that VIP section, if you remember from the Atlanta show, is 4 times bigger now. And the fire effect is probably 5, maybe 6 times bigger. So look for more lights. And this time, the fog machine, which is right below that shelf right there. The one I forgot for the Atlanta show, which would have been epic. But It saves me for home field advantage here in Florida when we have the shows here in Florida. So, take that. I'm watching your stream while I build my rebrickable tiger tank. Ooh. Are you doing a desert tiger tank or are you doing the European woodland tiger tank? That's right, people. There was 2 different kinds. Why? Because the Germans were in North Africa. What was that? Operation Silver Fox, I think it was called. Yeah, I think it was called Operation Silver Fox. That's back when they were trying to get the Ark, the Covenant, Indiana Jones reference. Light gray one. Oh, okay, light gray one. Yeah, that's the European version, because it would be more like they just tanned it up, threw some tan and green on it for the desert. Grumpy, make sure you buy your brick badge for Chicago before. I already did. I did all that. The only thing I didn't do is go on there and tell them the dimensions I need for the mock I'm bringing. So don't worry, Rob. I got this. I worked on my Lego pizzeria. Finally, Manatee. Jeez. How long have we been begging you to do that? I mean, you're Italian. I want the real Italian pizza experience. Me and our boy Manatee will be hanging out again, per usual. Not soon enough, though. Am I right, buddy? Does it go all the way over, or does it go there? Okay, you're showing there. There? And you must be there. Okay, now we got it. Have you heard from Mark? Not since the convention. I know he's been busy. He was really so busy. I was trying to ask him when he's going to do his lives again and this and that, but that boy's been very busy. And then Steven is kind of been busy because love. It has stolen another one of our boys. Tisk. Where's this other? Yeah, there it is. I requested beside you with my personal build. You're talking about for Chicago? Yeah, because my lug president sent out a thing today waiting on the Orlando one because the times and things have all changed somehow. So they're waiting on something. So I'm just waiting back for that so I can get my Orlando stuff in. Got to get that home advantage. Got to bring home some trophies. So, see, Ryan, you have 2. I've only got 1. So I got to, win a couple more to keep up with you. It's going to be a new competition. Who can get the most in a year? Probably definitely Ryan. He's got motion down. Darn it. I got to work on that. But unfortunately, the bricks and minifigs did not have any motors, so I'm going to have to just go on Bricklink and get a few and test them out and pray I can make something work. He has a girlfriend now. Yeah, Steven has a very serious girlfriend. They've been together quite a long time now. And she has now been to 3 of the conventions. So he's at least suckered her into going to Lego conventions. So there's a win for us, but but yeah, she's a really, really cool chick. You can tell that she genuinely, loves him, and she doesn't mind the Lego thing, which is great for him at least. But no, she's really a nice girl. So we'll do this one first. There we go. No, she's really nice and good for him. For the someone to be there for him to be a confidence booster and all. Other than Mark, obviously, but so it's really good for him. I'm sure his mom's like, yes, one down, one to go to get him out of the house. Hey, that was a very interesting technique there. I don't know what, I mean, I guess it's just to lock it really secured in there because you were definitely never getting that back out. Hey, it even shows how it's supposed to look. Wait, mine doesn't look like that. Ah, mine looks like that. So you got to turn it around. All right, so you toss that to the side. Another one bites the dust. Wonder if Mr. Late was usual Nexus to Zach to show up. He's been working a lot. Now that he's a career man, he has to work, pay off his student loans. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying to do this to this to get that to work to that to that. Ah, that's a sweet way to do that angle. Interesting. Well, Lego, I'm stealing that idea. Mine, mine, mine. Oh, actually, that's real genius too, and that really makes it nice and tight against that. Oh, my neighbors! They decided because we live out here in the middle of the woods. My neighbors, their closest little workshop is real close to my one part of my fence, and they've decided that their exhaust was just not loud enough. They wanted everyone in the county to hear. So unfortunately, whoopsie, that's what my dog is barking at because they decided to build a shop real close to my side of my property because they don't like me for some reason, and it's been a neighbor war since. I've got nothing wrong with that because bring it on, Sally. But they're just being them. I guess. I don't know. But it's all right. I get them back on the weekends while their kids are sleeping at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's nice and cool here in Florida. I turn on my tractor and mow the grass. Turn on my leaf blower. Yeah, my big Husqvarna backpack leaf blower. Oh, that's right. Mess with me. Sorry, looking better than you. You're a disgrace to the fleet. What were you thinking? I really don't know why you were made versus you. You're a better. Oh, we won't start with that. Let's see. I won't go to that show in Orlando, waiting for it to open. She better like Lego then. Yeah, I mean, she'll get there, obviously. She'll support them. But, you just can't force it upon them. But they get along in all the other aspects, so that's all that matters. Times two. Get an M1 brands from your army mates to travel. I would love for them. I would love to call up my buddy Rob and be like, not Rob Claxton there, but I have another buddy named Rob, and be like, bro, I need one of your tanks. Tell the colonel it's a training mission. Just bring one of them bad boys over to the house. I'm gonna have a good time. That would be fun. Too bad, he's in Colorado. So that's where he's stationed. But that would be fun. Come bring me a tank. Call up my old unit and be like, bring me a Bradley. I was never mobile infantry. I was light infantry. But my company had Bradleys attached with us. But you don't get to use them in Afghanistan. Bradleys, tanks, they even started taking strikers away because the sand is just too much. And when you don't have mechanics around you, they're like, it's a operator level. No, it's your fix, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't replace this whole thing. It's a whole different world out there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, crap, how many more pieces do I need? Okay, and then it's times 2, of course. So I need all those. So you in the toilet. You in the toilet. Mom said, hey. Hey, Mom. And what, these go all the way through? Interesting. Ooh, that's cute. We're making the engines. Interesting way of making these engines. Just when you think it's going to be like the same build in a way, but it just turns out to be wrong, which is awesome. But no. But I am also getting from the Bricklink and the whatnot orders that are coming in parts for the new mock. That's right, the microwave that I was talking about making jokingly, but now I'm actually going to do it because why not? It'll be interesting. And I'm allowed. I don't know. I just figured I haven't seen a microwave. I've seen the toaster and I've seen all this other stuff, but I've never seen a microwave. So I'm doing the microwave. Ooh. Really neat how they did. Yeah, that looks really good as for engines. I have to say, I'm actually happy with this one. Mom said, you better be behaving and doing the... Well, I got myself in trouble today, yes, because I didn't call her or text her while she was at work, but I just didn't. I have no excuse for it. I just didn't do it. But I did make dinner for her. So, I mean, she came home. There was dinner. Animals have been taken care of. But it is what it is. I made up for it with a delicious dinner. Baked chicken with sliced zucchini and squash fried together with some seasonings. It was delicious. Ooh, let's see. An Imperial officer briefs a clone trooper on upcoming mission. Oh, that's what that little Easter egg is. There's the clone trooper and there's the Imperial officer. Why is it? No, he wouldn't be an Imperial officer then. This was still during the Republic, right? So he would be a Republic officer. So isn't that wrong? Any of you Star Wars people out there, isn't that wrong? Because it says that this is an Imperial officer talking to a clone trooper. When this was out in the Clone War era, they weren't the Empire yet. So why would he be an Imperial officer and not a Republic officer? Someone explain. Now watch someone's going to explain it and be like, oh, well, that makes sense. Duh. But it just doesn't make sense to me because I did not think they were Imperial yet when this was commissioned. I mean, I could be wrong. Lord knows I'm a lot wrong. But this just doesn't seem right. You gotta go that way with that way first. Aha, none of you can answer it, so obviously no one knows why. I don't know why. I would think that would be. I could be wrong. Could be very, very wrong. Woo, here she comes. She's coming together. Do like the Venator class, though. I thought it was a great ship. I just don't understand why the Empire didn't want to keep it. I mean, they wanted. I honest, Palpatine wanted to change it up, blah blah blah, have a uniform a different way, but like it's kind of a loss of resources. This is one definite way of keeping this thing together, though. This is going to be very difficult to ever take apart. But at least I don't see stickers, which is amazing for this. And the one. And then 2. Man, took me 22 minutes to get this far. That's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You have so many curious questions for curious minds. What's wrong with that question? Isn't that a question? That's right. I mean, I know that the Empire, when they first came into power, they did have the Venator, according to some lore, they did have the Venator for a little bit, for like maybe a year. And then they started decommissioning, because if you remember the Jedi game that came out with Cal Kestis, they're already destroying Venators and getting them ready for Executor and why was I going to say the Flying V? Now I'm having brain farts here. Death Stars and things like that. They're moving towards that doctrine. The Tark. I think it's Tark doctrine. There's so much lore when it comes to Star Wars. That's why I like the old Republic days, where it was just, a bunch of Sith versus a bunch of Jedi, and they just slaughter each other. So much easier. Ooh, get to do the colors. Yeah, and those Venators colors, come on. Well, Aculator colors too, but you know what I mean. It's just gorgeous. Big one. And this one. Did you have a good Xmas and New Year, Grumpy? I certainly did. It was absolutely nothing and everything, which is the way I wanted it. It was perfect. I've got my mother-in-law got me the Red Bull, big Technic thing set. That was a lot of fun. My poor fingers. That was like 4 screens, but it was worth it. It was worth it. But other than that, it was nice and quiet. The kids came up because they each had to work Christmas or Christmas Day or after Christmas. And so they came up for a quick dinner. And then they left, went home, and it was a good time. Nice and quiet, nice and peaceful, especially out here in the woods. Nice and quiet. So let's go there. But we got to see a lot of deer and wildlife come through my yard, which is always nice. Oh, because it's probably gonna. Did I do this right? Because now I'm really confused. Yeah, goes there. Okay, something like that. Very weird. Bag 2. That's a lot of parts for bag 2. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14 extra pieces, and I'm going to bag 2. Why do I feel like I missed something somewhere? Eat a lot and drink a lot with me. No, we had the typical easy dinner, and we didn't make too much leftovers because we knew the kids weren't going to stay. So we gave them stuff to take home so that they could survive. And then we just enjoyed. My wife and I just enjoyed the time off. Well, she enjoyed her time off, and then that was it. And New Year, we don't. I'm too old to stay up to midnight. I mean, let the kids do it. But no, we decided to. Well, I went to bed early. It was probably like 9 o'clock. Late time for me. Woo. But yeah. I don't ever usually watch the ball drop. It's not for me. Not anymore. 6 of those. Let the kids have it. Let them stay up. Grandpa here's got to get his Z's on. Plus, we don't really do the fireworks stuff because we have dogs, and it drives them nuts. And I don't like when people blow up stuff all throughout the night. And the old place that we lived in Ocala, they would blow up stuff until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning in the neighborhood, like a cul-de-sac. So it got stupid. So my poor dogs hated that. Plus, it's just kind of annoying when you're trying to go to sleep and all you hear is boom. You're like, really? I just want to go to sleep. Especially the first year back after Afghanistan. Fireworks was not a good thing. But as long as I know what day of the week it is, like New Year's and 4th of July, then I don't have to worry. But it's those other ones that kind of get you. But luckily out here, they haven't done anything like that. Which is awesome because I'd hate that. Holy crap, how many other colors are you throwing out here? All right. So you go here. 2 up, you go there. 1 up, you go there. Then 3 away from you. Then you. Boom. Anakin Skywalker, Obi Kenobi's signature red and yellow ETA-2s Jedi Interceptors are armed and ready to deploy in epic Clone Wars battles. So there's Anakin and Obi's little interceptors. So cool. Sometimes they have those little Easter eggs. Mom said if you have so many questions, build something else. Build. I got told if you don't ask questions, you don't know. Exactly. And I'm not trying to be like, I'm a super Star Wars person. I know everything about. I don't know everything about Star Wars. It's a little hard to keep all that jammed in my head as it is. So, yeah. I just figured someone would know more about why that versus that. But hey, maybe you're just not cool enough to know about the lore. So there. I'll just YouTube it later. Find out the real answer. Gosh. Okay, so that's that. Cool. Oh, Lord, 7. Can barely count that high. 1, 2, 3. 3 and a quarter. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, jeez, I need other parts too. There it is. Nice ingot. You and come on, Eileen. I know I see you. Right. Good. Okay. Holy Jeebus. And the ingot. And then a whole bunch of jumpers. Whole bunch of jumpers. That's a lot of jumpers. 10 jumpers just on this plate alone. That's a lot of jumpers. Ta-da! Jumper. Jump Supreme. Anyone keeping up with the Olympics like I am? Go Team USA female hockey team. They are now on the Thursday. They play for the gold medal. So, yeah, cool. They're playing against Canada. That's going to be an epic match. We only need one. Epic match. Okay, so that's one. Now what? And then the men's beat Germany. So now they're on the next round. But I think they have 4 games until they figure out that. The women's is Thursday for the gold, which is awesome. Let's hope they take the win. If not, they get silver. But, I mean, Canada is a rough team. Those are not the same size. Because it's this one. Uh-huh. Not you. I told you. The View is helping 2 friends through Christmas and New Year's with their struggles during that time. Well, yes, that too, Rob. I was. Me and my daughter saw the New Year in with neighbor music going on. Was it at least good music? You look so confused, Grumpy. Just a little tired. As my mom and dad survived the Blitz of England 1940, I'm surprised my dad wasn't affected. That's because that generation is a lot tougher than us. I mean, I'm Gen X, we're tough, but that generation, that's why they're called the Great Generation. Yeah. Plus, we got breaks. Like, they would go overseas and not come back until the war was over. They barely got leave. There was some troops that would shoot themselves in the foot just to try to get home because they were gone for so long. And their command would fix up their foot and put them back on the line. So it was those are definitely different times. Those guys, my time could not compare to their time. But that could be said the same with the Vietnam War guys, because they were over there for year or two before they even got a quick break home, and even then told to report back. Yeah, it's all different times. I mean, my older brother, he was in Iraq, so he was in the first fight in Fallujah, but his war and my war were too different. I was Afghanistan, he was Iraq, and the things that he saw versus things I saw, total opposite things of the world. It's just really opposite. And then my little brother, he was in Kabul a year before the ending of us over there, so he was only there for like 6 months. While me and my older brother were in our tours for 2 full tours, years plus. But yeah, they're all different conflicts. So that to that. Okay, so I did do that. All different conflicts. But I'll tell you what, though, I met a lot of Scots, because they were fighting on the British side, and they were so cool. Like they're the ones that got me into Iron Brew. Love that drink. It's expensive if you buy it by the case here in America, but awesome drink. And those guys are just nuts in such a good way. Yeah, there we go. And met a lot of Aussies that were fighting. So why would you put those there and then hide them? That don't make no sense. The Aussies are funny, but yeah, those Scots though they were. Oh man, we had a good time with those guys. We had what you call a hoot. We had a hoot with them. No, those guys were funny. It's good to have you here, though. It is. It is. I wouldn't be anywhere else right now. Except for Valhalla. Every day fighting like the barbarian I am. I think that's my ancestral. Be one of the berserkers from the dramatic tri-bearers back when the Romans were trying to fight them and take over that area. They couldn't conquer that area, nor could they conquer north of Hammond Wall because, again, those Scots are crazy. They took on the Roman Empire. The Ninth Legion ended up disappearing, and no one ever found what happened to them. The Lost Legion, the Lost Roman Legion, the Ninth. See, I read lots of good history stuff. I like history. Oh, did I do that wrong? No, because you do it this way. Oh, because of the double bridge. I remembered. I forgot I had double bridge for a second. Which is still funny to me, but if you think about it, it actually makes sense because one is in control of like your engineering and one's in control of your weapons and your aircraft that are inside. So at least that takes less off the mind of a commander. That's the excuse I'm giving them. Oops. In fact, the only people that are crazier than the Scots are the Canadians. And here's why. If it wasn't for the Canadians, we would not have a Geneva Convention. Because World War II, those guys were crazy. In a good way, like really good way, but they were loony. There's a bunch of books and stuff on the Canadians in World War II, and it's funny to see like these guys would be like these big lumberjack bearded brawl dudes that would be like ripping their shirts and chasing people with their bayonets and stuff, and they were just crazy. I mean, thank God they're on our side, right? The Allies side, but my gosh, those guys are just, they had no shame. No shame at all. But that's a true thing, though. So, if you want to know why there's a Geneva Convention, blame the Canadians. Blame Canada. Blame Canada. But in a good way. Ooh, she's looking good. Now we get to marry him? Ooh. Oh, right there. And come on. There's one. Ooh. Look how they get those angles. That is really great techniques to keep it almost, Oh, that's a nice sharp angle. This designer did very good with what he had, because I was wondering, I was like, how does this flip up? I was like throwing pieces everywhere. But I was like, how is he going to get the color on top? Because I saw the color here and I thought it was the top. Obviously not. Oh no. Let's see. I can fix this without having to go back. Look at that. Who needs to go back for instructions when you can just battle damage your vinegar? Oh, excuse me. Thank you. There we go. Battle damage. But yeah, to get that angle, I was wondering, because this part I thought was flipping up. So very good to confuse me on that one. Very good. Now we get to add colors. Let's see. Oh, my uncle was an E8 sergeant during Vietnam, and the same person I learned to say "God-forsaken countries." Yeah. And he was an E8. Master sergeants or first sergeant. Wow. Those guys are definitely, especially that time frame, those salty guys, so angry. But it's understandable. Definitely understandable. We were not ready for any of these wars, I can tell you that. History is good as if there was no history. We couldn't learn from the mistakes. It's true. Did you know the Browning 50 cal was a breach of the Geneva Convention, but they are still used? Yes, and we still have bayonets for some reason, and that's against the Geneva Convention. Still makes me laugh because I'm like, why do we have them? I'm going to go all the way in. Really? It just sits there on one stud? It still looks good. Yeah, and a lot of funny things came out from like that era too. Yay! Still lots of pieces left over, but hey, it's all right. Not bad. We're halfway into it, and we're only 42 minutes training. So this will probably be a good hour and a half, because obviously the last bag is the stand, and that goes quick. And these are getting to be a little bit bigger pieces, so now we're starting to get to the wings, because the hanger's all done. So, which is nice. Ooh, printed pieces. And the World War II was also when the Germans came out with the first jet fighter. The Germans were the first one, people. That's right. They beat the Americans on jet fight. Their generation one. Then they had the V2 rockets and stuff. So yeah, the Germans were ahead of their time as well. We can't forget the things that they came up with in their time. You learn from your enemies, and you improve where you know you make your mistakes. Always learn from your enemy, though. That's what they do to us. They sit there for days studying you and studying you. So they know your routine better than you know yours. Always be vigilant. Always keep your head on a swivel. When you are traveling, make sure you check in with your loved ones and you let them know exactly where you are, because, you know, people like to kidnap Americans. I'm not trying to scare you from traveling, just people like to spend money on us. Oh, that one. And then tile. That's an ingot. You didn't say ingot, you said tile. Ingot. Need a tile. I'm not showing ingots, so it's not an ingot. It's got to be a tile. A tile. Boom. No, look the other way. Yay, that way. So this goes where? Oh, I was wondering how we were going to strengthen this thing up. So I need you, and you. How about... Oh, I was on a roll. Thought I was going to be able to pick them all up like nothing. Now I got to search. And search. There it is. Okay, let's see here. We've got 2. After that, I'm hoping that's the right one. That to that. That to that. Oh, Lord. Hey, it was the right one. Oh, it's a flag. Very interesting way to do this one. I thought it was going to be a little different, but we'll just go with it. Trust that process, as I keep telling myself. Just trust this process. So what, you go here? Very weird, but okay. And you go here. Also, again, weird. Nope, need the other way. Other way. There we go. Doing some strengthening here. Doing some strengthening. There we go. There's the wings that we know. That's the... I was going to say symbol. That's the symbol we know. No, that is the shape. The shape that we know. Wrong way. That way. Boom. The shape is coming together. Oh, we need to toss this aside and start with another thing. Can't we finish what we started here? Did you know that our M240 was made in Belgium? The U.S. took it from them because it's a superior 7.62 weapon, belt fed, beautifully accurate. One of my faves. I miss my pig sometimes. They call it a pig because it weighs 27 pounds when it's empty. And that's pretty light when you think that's empty. And I had to carry 1,000 rounds of my own ammunition. I didn't have an AG and assistant gunner, but that's pretty. I mean, after a while, you get used to it. It doesn't weigh much. You get used to it. But yeah, 27 pounds empty. That's crazy. Very, very crazy. There we go. It's really sad that I still remember that. But I had a sergeant that when I first got into the Army, or in that company, he knew I was going to be the gunner, so he made me like memorize the book on everything about the M240 and like where it came from, the origins of it, and this and that, how many welts there were on it, how long it took them to make. He made me learn the history of it. And I hated that at first. Like, I was like, why? Why am I learning the history? This is stupid. But I'm really glad he did because it's really interesting to know where something has come from and how old it is, and that it's still used in even today's modern military. It's a accurate piece of equipment that I never had a problem with. Like, I'm going to say it. I was a crappy gunner. I didn't rarely clean it. I cleaned it, but didn't clean my weapon as much as I should have. But she could still send rounds downrange. And, so I should have taken a little better care of her, yes, but it definitely was a heck of a machine. And I heard from the grapevine that they've extended the contract for the A10 Warhog. So that is awesome. We're keeping that old girl around. I believe she's 50. She's in her 50s. Whew. And she can still have a good time out there. So here or here. Guessing there. And then you, oh no, you go there. So then, oops, messed up on one. Got to move it down one stud. There we go. Like that. Okay. Oh my gosh, I still got more to go. And this is just a one wing. Yay! What was I looking for? There you are. Sergeant Stovall. That was his name. It took me a second to remember. Sergeant Stovall. That man made me learn everything about that weapon. He was a funny guy. He was a funny dude. He his platoon was several clicks away, and they were doing a night mission, and they had to come over to get resupplied from us real quick. And I just got off like a 12-hour march and like 4-hour tower guard, so I was spent. I was ready to just pass out, and so I was pretty much dead asleep. And he comes waking me up, and he's got his face fully painted. I'm like in my rack, like all knocked out. He's like, dude. And I went, what? And I screamed like a girl because all I see is just like he painted his face so funny, like just like tiger stripes and like big eyes and some whiskers. And I was like, what the heck? Like I was just screaming and hollering. And he's laughing. And I finally like rubbing my eyes. I'm like, Stovall? He's like, what up, dude? I was like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, we're here for a resupply, and then we're out. And I was like, But it was so funny because I just so random, like middle of the sleep, all of a sudden I'm getting attacked. But I mean, I was like, because I didn't know what to expect. It was so funny. Wait a minute, which way do you go then? Oh, did I put the wrong one on that one? I may have put the wrong plate because it goes a separate direction on the other one, but hey, it's the bottom. You really don't tell, right? Because, yeah. So my stripes will be a little different. Mine's its own it's its own ship. And then another ingot. Finally using these ingots up. Yeah, so that one and this one are supposed to be opposite. So luckily it'll be looks like it'll be the bottom, so I don't have to worry. I ain't changing that up. Trust the force. Yeah, I would, but I keep messing up. I don't know why. I just can't hide. That is. And where do you go? There. Just think, the next bag is just doing the other side. Yay! All right, so we've got, oops, there. Then they're going there. Yay! Where do you go? Here. There. where I am. Probably wrong. We're going to go with it. Looks good. Looks good. Skid, skid, skid. The other one. And you flip it. And flip it this way. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Oops. I think I did that right. 1, 2. I think it's like that. This seems right. This seems... Maybe not. Why is there so many pieces? Ugh. Now what? Oh, flip it back over this way. 3 of these. Lordy. And 1 more dark one. Okay, this 1, 2, there and there. Good God. Luckily, the next bag will be easier because I've already made this mistake. The line has to go that way. Mm-hmm. Let's follow the rules here, Grumpy. Follow the rules. Boom. So, that, and that. I think that's less pieces. I'm getting easier. Boom. There we go. Heck yeah. That's something good. For some reason, it actually came out right. Don't know how I did it. So I need you, and 2 that go that way. There's 1, and there's 2. Okay, so you go there. Ah, and there, and then there, and then there. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Did someone say cake? No, I said big mistake. Deuce Megalo Bell. Deuce Gigolo Male Gigolo. Anyone? No? Mm-hmm. Guess I'm the only Deuce Bigelow fan. Did you say steak? No, I said mistake. Some very, very big mistake. Oh, now you got me thinking of steak. Oh, such a crazy movie. So, what's everyone building, doing? Anyone getting ready for any conventions? What you doing for that? Okay, so 6 pieces. 6 pieces. Now, how do I lay it out? Let's see. Right there. I'll start with that one. I'll start with that. That. Then we can move over to this one. And you can go here. You go there. There. Bam! Look at that. 6 pieces. Like it was nothing. What? Got those pieces in there. And flip it over. Oh my God. Is this the upper wing? Yeah, this is crazy. 3 of those. And 1 of those. Okay. And where do you want me to stick it? Right here. That looks good. And that was my thumb. There. 1 more here. And 1 more here. What? How much more do you want to take from me? So there to there, there to there, and there to there. Okay. Now you throw that to the side and start working on something else. Of course, because this is how they like to do it to me. 3 of these. 3 of these. I finally got my hull piece for the brick bounty ship in my. I'm trying to finish my great hull off, and yes, that is awesome though. That great hull is looking good. I like how you use those fence pieces as the windows going all the way up. That's right, I watch Tiger Tanks. Kelly's Heroes. There, you should throw a Kelly's Heroes reference. I know kids today won't understand, but Tim, you're old like me, man. You know Kelly's Heroes. I mean, Manatee does too. He may be young-bodied, but Manatee is old soul. So I'm sure he knows that movie. Kelly's Heroes. Oh, that's a classic. Such a classic. Donald Sutherland in that movie. Nah, man, we're here for it's such a good movie. Clint Eastwood, Don Wrinkles. They just don't make good comedies like that, comedy actions like that anymore. Donald Sutherland, yeah, I do. I've seen the videos, so cool, and that's why I'm building a black tiger tank. Yeah, I like how they make peace with the tiger tank commander. You know how much gold is in that bank? He's like, you really want to share it with me? They lay down their arms to rob a bank. There's $20 million, or was it $200 million worth of gold? Something like that in the bank. Such a great classic. Donald Sutherland was so baked in that movie, I'll say. He was pretty much baked in any of those 1970s to 1980s movies. Oh, these are the turrets. How adorable. Bucket handles as turrets. Actually, from this scale, it kind of works out. I actually like Donald Sutherland in The Italian Job. He did good in that. Of course, his character R.I.P. fast in the beginning, but hey. Okay, so turrets are on. Wow, it's a lot of putting there and hoping it works. Yeah, that's supposed to go there, but oh, there we go. There we go. What would we do something with that? Because that seems like such a big space. Aha. Okay, here's where we actually do something. Maybe not. Why is there still a lot of extra pieces? Oh, what the? Okay, I see. That is very, very weird to try to put that in there. There we go. Well, they'll hold the wing together, sort of. So there she is, half of her ship. So the other bag is just to do the starboard side of the ship, the right side. Port is left. You can always remember that because port is 4 letters, left is 4 letters. Starboard right. And then if you want to know the lights, red and green because because right is with 5 letters, so it gets, hold on. Your port is green, your starboard is red. Or I might be wrong on that. No. Well, yeah. Give me a second. Me and my mom have been working together on the A-frame cabin, and Mom is going to build the peace lily for Dad, celebration for life. Yeah, I have. Where did it run off to? Oh. I have that right there. So he is up here in my little trove of stuff. Whew, an hour and 9 minutes. Let's see if I can get started a little faster, shall we? Cool, so that's together. Oh, she's on her side. She looks like she's crashed. Cal Kestis has already cut it in half, that jerk. All right, now I'm going to do the other side the same way. I'm just going to, I'm actually going to do this right, which is funny. So one side, my stripes will be one way. That's how you'll know it's my ship. It's my fleet. Yep, exactly the same way. Man. Luckily, though, we just find the pieces. At least we know how to get this. Oh, wrong way. You get one. Other direction. Come on, where you at? Here's where we lose it. Throw everything off the table. There we go. Right? Yes, okay. Now I need. Yes. No. The smaller version. Oh, the smaller version. Oh, for the love of Jiminy Cricket. Oh, I need 3. 3, the magic number. Man and woman had a little baby. Then there was 3 in the family. Okay. I found it. Took a second, but I have found it. My goodness. Dang it. Don't need it. Need you, flat tile piece. You other flat tile piece. Bang. I'm more than likely going to start on the shopping street modular. Yeah, I saw that you got that. Let me know how that build is, because I look at it and I just think it. I don't know if I like it enough to buy it yet. I know I'm getting that in April. I'm getting that DC Douglas, the Pan Am one, because that's just going to be awesome to have in the collection. But the fact that my grandfather flew those in World War II is going to be kind of cool that I'm going to have one. And I looked up the history of his plane because you can kind of do that this day and age. And what's funny is I found what happened to his plane after World War II. It got sold to Venezuela in South America, and they used it as public transport, like their own airline, and kind of teamed up with Pan Am. And it crashed in 1954, and I have the coordinates. It's like right from the airport. It took off, and like as soon as it took off, it hit something, and all 3 of the crew members died, yada, yada, yada. But I have like its location, this and that. But it's crazy because it would be cool to go down there and get like a piece of it. That way it's like, I got a piece of my grandfather's plane. But that was 1954, and I'm pretty sure it's been scavenged pretty much all the way through. So, but I thought that one day would have been kind of cool to go see. But that's definitely the reason why I'm going to be getting that plane, just so that I can have it for him, but I'm also going to get a second one because I want to change the colors to like olive green or something like that, so that it's more like the World War II ones. So I'll have two different versions flying over my city. That's my goal. Where is that way? No, definitely that way. Okay, so we have that one. That, right? Of course, there's a break on me. All right, so right there. Okay, then you go there. Yes, like that. I need this one. Ah, okay. I see what it was. I see where that mistake went. There we go. Missed it by one stud. I'm more than likely going to. Oh wait, is that the DC3? That yes, that is. It's a Douglas, DC Douglas. Yes, that is what will be coming out. I'm excited for it. Looks really good. Looks good as a regular Pan Am bird, but it also is going to look good when I get done making it into a World War II replica. And then what's funny is my wife's husband, geez, I'm her husband, my wife's father, he actually worked for Pan Am. So it's kind of funny. It's like, it's going to be like a whole kind of family connection, which is cool. So that will be kind of cool. She told me that a long time ago, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then they're coming out with this bird, and I was like, "Oh, that's even cooler," because her father worked for that company. So that's kind of cool. Still wish I can get a piece of my grandfather's plane, though. Oh, that would have been so epic. So very epic. It would be cool to do a camo DC3 from the Airborne Division. Yeah. Yeah, he was a lot of his runs were right there in Europe and France and stuff right in the beginning. I got his squadron flight book, so it tells like every mission, what plane was on that mission, and if you know your loved one's plane number and their crew identification stuff, then you can easily find out any of that stuff, and it's really cool. But unfortunately, we'll never get his bird since it's probably been, scrapped for so. I mean, 70 years. It's probably been scrapped off and everything. There's probably nothing left. But it'd be cool to go there with a metal detector and find just like a little tag that says its serial number. And, get that at least, because that would be kind of cool. That would definitely have been a cool thing to get. Come on, we're getting there. Getting there. Smaller pieces here. Smaller pieces. That's it. My dad's favorite World War II plane was the Spitfire as he saw them fly over. Oh, I bet. I mean, that'd be like the Americans with the Mustang or the, what's that Pacific one that the Marines had? I can't remember. But that'd be like seeing a P1, a P-51 Mustang fly over. For us Americans, it's like, ooh. But yeah, those Spitfires, man. You British knew how to do those things right. Those were definitely a helping factor in that war. Those are cool too. Can't remember. Did they have what motors they had in them? But yeah. It was a horrible time, but at the same time, the technology and everything that's come out of that era that we still use to this day. Man. Did he take any pictures that he ever kept over the years? Because how cool would that have been? To just see pictures of them over. I mean, I know it's a scary time for, probably then at that time. You don't know if it's going to come through, what's going to be, that'd have been cool to see. All right, got that side of it done. Yeah, I like going to the air shows when they bring out the old girls and they fly them. It's really good to see them still working and still flying. See them in formations. Ah, so gorgeous. That's why, like, when I got in the Marine Corps and I was working on F-18s, I loved those things. They were, it was so great to see them because I loved working on them at night because we get to see the turkey feathers opening and closing and the size of that flame. Yeah. Did I do it wrong? Yes, I did. Okay. As long as I know I did that wrong, that's all that matters. Bang. Just like that. Did you know that Hawker Hurricane shot down more planes than the Spitfire in World War II? No, I did not. Dang, can't beat the sound of it. Yeah, yeah. All those old planes had some really good sounds to them. This one with this one. Took so I'll just start up, but cold starts. Yep. This generation will never know the good sounds that we remember. No. How about you? Nope, not you either. And you it is. Ugh, you and an ingot. You kids have it easy with your MTV and your Hulu and Yahoos. Stop it, Grandpa. You're embarrassing me. You. Not you. Not you. Not you. You. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have 4. For the air show in the South Island, we had an F-22 Raptor here. Nice. Have you seen the new? I just saw a video of it. It's the new. It's the 10th generation stealth fighter. Oh, what did they call it? But it's a Vader. It's called the Vader. And on radar, it looks just like a paper airplane. Like it does not come up at all. It's so awesome. It's called the Vader. I'm trying to remember what the F something is, but oh, is it a pretty thing? Because they had it flying next to a couple F-22s on a test run, and that thing looks so good. Oh, okay, so it's a 6th generation. But we are on the 10th generation fighters, but stealth, yes, because it's a little older for stealth. So yeah, 6th generation then. Yeah, but it's called the Vader. I mean, that's just cool. Who knew that Star Wars was going to be implemented into? Oh, wait. Oh, that's right, because you need to go there. Right, and you go there. It's you there. Yeah. You to go that way, you to go that way, and then you to go straight across. Bam, like that. To replace the F-15 or the F-35? I'm thinking the 15s, because the 15 Eagles have been around for, oh my God, they've been around forever. They were around even when I was in the Marine Corps, and they challenged our squadron of F-18s, and we wiped them out. Yes, F-15 Eagle can hold a lot more than F-18, but it's so big and slow at maneuvering versus the F-18. The 16 Falcons are quicker than our 18s, but they can't hold a payload like the 18s. So I would say they should retire the 15 because the 35s are still relatively new compared to the 15. But in my opinion, it's just the 15s are just they're past their prime. Like A10s prove themselves every time they're out there why they deserve to have another extension on their contract. But the 15s, in my opinion, haven't shown why we need to keep them around. Not because I'm anti-Air Force, those chair force. No, it's because I just think it's time. She's old. Like the F-18s, we have the Super Hornets out now. We have this and that. So she's, though, they're still 30, 40 years old almost, but that's right. They're that old because testing times and flight times and stuff like that all count. But yeah, it's time to retire that old girl. She's had a good run. .35s have a couple more years until they should look into getting something different for them. But that's my opinion. Not sure if it will, that's how they're going to roll because I don't work for the DoD. But because the A-10s still perform what they're supposed to, but those F-15s are just, those Eagles are just so slow and old. It's time to replace them. finish them. They incorporate the Harrier into the 35. Yeah, but they've improved the motor because those Harriers were so freaking they use up so much fuel right when they take off or land like that they actually can waste half of their fuel just taking off or landing that way. So they made the engines better, but Harriers, they've been taken over by the 35s, and that's fine. But yeah, the 15s need to go. They're old, slow, time to retire them. Take them out back, put them in a museum. Goodbye, old girl. Don't worry, I'll say the same thing once it's time to retire the 18s, but the 18s prove themselves with agility, and it doesn't cost as much to create them as it does any of these other new generations. They just update the software and things like that, and they keep going. But who knows? Everything always changes. Who knows what will happen? Back in the days of the F-14s. Oh, yeah, F-14s. Those Tomcats. My squadron got to actually load the last F-14 Tomcat because they retired them in 04, 05, maybe. But my squadron got to touch one of the last ones that were doing their tour around the world. And they landed, and I was at Miramar. And they landed. Since I was ordnance, we have to be the ones that touch their birds and this and that because we have to deal with all the explosives. And it was really cool because we got to, once they charged down and everything and the pilots got out, we got permission to go in and sit in them and this and that. And those things are huge inside. It's like executive suite sitting. You get an F-18, you're like crushed in there, but holy crap, those Tomcats have got some serious room. But it was really cool to see those things fly the last time. It was a sad goodbye since I grew up, watching Top Gun and seeing those things. And then I lived in Pensacola, Florida when I was younger, so I got to see the Blue Angels practice all the time. So I was like, man, back when they were using the Tomcats for a long time, that was my favorite bird, modern-wise. But I grew out of it because I worked on the F-18, so they were so much fun. You sound like an old man. Well, yeah, I've lived many lifetimes. 2 different branches of service, 2 different tours of Afghanistan. I've seen all 48 states, Canada, and Mexico before I was like 5 years old. I've lived so many lives in such a short period of time. Such a short period of time. Woohoo! We're almost to bag 5, hour and a half into this, so this will be about a 2-hour sesh, maybe. We'll see. I do feel like an old man, though, because it is funny when I'm like, back in the good old days, I paid $1.19 for gas. You know what I'm paying now? Yeah, so. But it just feels weird that, like, bread and milk and things like that did not cost what they cost today. And I feel like the old man. Back in my day, it was $1.98 a gallon for milk. You darn kids have it so good. Whoopsie, I missed a spot. Whoopsie, I missed another. Oh, yes, I missed that one. Somehow I missed 158. I was wondering where the turrets were going. All right, so we got turret there, turret there, turret here, and a turret here. So we can do. Cannot say this thing had some serious defenses on it. Ooh. These are turrets everywhere. Boom, did that. Boom, did that. Bam, now we're on this one. Bam, did that. Bam, did that. Oops, you go this way. Don't shoot into your ship. That's not what you do. You're not a pirate. Space pirate. That's why I tell my 15-year-old now. Yeah. Back in my day, you kids have it so good. Ooh, she's so pretty. Oh, and then this one. This is the hardest part. Try to squeeze my big fat fingers in here to put this rubber piece in so that the wing stays closed. Yeah. I don't think that's how that's going to work this time. Pretty good. There we go. Oh, turret fell. Ooh. Okay, did that. Now what? Oh. There's more to do. I thought I was getting onto the stand. Oh, I see. I see where you want me to. Why would you make me do this now? Jerks. So much easier when it's open. Gosh. Cool. Okay, so now we're coming up to the finals. Because it's the final countdown. Do it one at a time there, Grumpy. Let's not overshoot. And then where do you go? Straight in the heart. Ouch. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. That's how they're closing it up. Whoop, whoop. Who knew it? Whoop, whoop. Not this guy. Whoop, whoop. Who knew it? Not this guy. And now you shove up. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something because why is there an extra plate like that? Ah. Battle damage. Makes sense. Come here. You went really deep in there. Cool. Just call that good. Yeah, we'll call that good. Lots of extra parts again. All right. Now we're down to the last bag, ladies and gentlemen. Not too many pieces. Nice. More than 45 minutes stream, it looks like. Not bad. Not bad at all. If I can just open this plastic. Finest small pots in the land. All right, let's see. Big pieces, tile piece, that's great, blah, 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 blah. Aha, the one thing I was looking for. To the second thing I was looking for. Times 2. Okay, well, I guess I'll be timesing it by 2. We're almost done, ladies and germs. Almost done. Just got this final bag. Final bag. Because it's the final bag. Final bag. And look how good it's going. For you with you. And that was my skin. You and you. Boom, boom, boom. Said about times 2, so I hope I'm doing this right because I'm definitely timesing 2 here. Okay, they have blasters. They have little minifigure blasters, and then they have the Orokai. I think they're called Orokai from Lord of the Rings swords. What is going on in the Star Wars universe right now? Like, when the heck did they get like Urukai and things like that fighting for them? Very, very interesting, Mr. Bond. Look at that. You put their blaster on here. Okay, if I can pick up the blaster. Interesting. Very, very interesting, Mr. Bond. So, I guess it's a real fantasy world. So, like that. So, blasters up. Blasters up, blasters up. What am I building? Oh, it's for the sides here. That's why it's like, okay, makes a little sense now. But it's just funny that you have to use these swords. Oh, man. Lego designers are awesome. They come up with some funny things to do because now I got to insert swords. Boom. And you put this here. So we have a blaster and a sword. And I put the second blaster on with the second sword. Which is funny. You a funny guy. Trust the process, they say. Trust the process. Times 2. I did times 2. Okay. So apparently, wait, what? But it doesn't want to close that way, so you turn it there. Ooh, well, if that's not fancy, don't let me down, because that's kind of crazy. Which way did the blaster go? That way. Very interesting, Lego designer. Very interesting. Now, if I can get this up, I can get this other one to work. Ooh, look at that. I was wondering how they're going to close up those gaps. My goodness, they did well with that. Ooh, more engines. I was wondering where these bad boys were. Needed more engines. I think it has 4. This thing is supposed to have, what, 6 to 8? Some monstrous number. Whee! Alright, so this, and this. Oh, come on. Just get in there. It's not hard. Are you too good for your home? Come on. Everyone's watching. There we go. Just had to shame it. That's all you got to do. Shame your Lego pieces. They'll eventually work for you. Oh, no, one easier. All right. Now where do you go? I see you. I see what you're doing here. Oh, come on. Oh, I want my engine in there nicely. Thank you. There we go. Ooh, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, that's right. 8 engines. Still a little flimsy in some parts, but I mean, I can see why. There's only certain ways you can have it, and I see that. So it is a little flimsy. So if you don't have this set, it does feel like, I mean, it's definitely more of a display piece than anything else. I mean, unless you're going to add some more plates and try to make it a little stronger. But yeah, she's a little flumpsy, but that could just be my building. So who knows? It could be easy to find you. There we are. Let's see. No, and yes. So one there. But we are almost done. We're just working on the stand now, and it is coming together very nicely. Very nicely. Just like that. Just like that. One of you and two of you. Boom. 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 And two more of you. Woo. Amen. There we go. Look at that. Like I was a professional. I always forget the stands are built. Like I always think like that. And I'm like, what? Oh, it's got to go up. Just like that. Bang. Oops. I need you. The small ones. I need you. I need you. In the morning, you. Boom. Yeah. Then you gotta work your way with this one. Almost though. Not too many pieces left. That one. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. Nice. This one. Oh my goodness, come on. That one. Headlight one. Some interesting ones, but okay. And a regular one. Boom, like that. Okay. Now what? Boom. And let's use. Come on. There we go. Oh, Lord. More of these? Really? Right, fine. You. There we go. Come on. There we go. Ooh. Oh. You put this one here. And then you put, what? And the microphone goes in there. Jeez. There. And it's okay, Grumpy. Yes, I hope so. Oh, this is definitely a different kind of stand. Sounds like my wife is cleaning the kitchen when I told her not to because I cooked dinner and I was going to clean the kitchen. Oh, stubborn woman. Stubborn woman. Oh, sure, there's only one piece with this bag. One extra piece of this bag. But everything else I have to have 1,000. Ugh. Boom. Oh, get in there. When the saints go marching in. Yeah. Supposedly this goes, oh God. Yeah, sure, we'll go. Bam. Something like that. And then you toss the book out. So there she is, the Venator class against the Acclimator class. Yeah, definitely say I like the lines on this one better than the Acclimator class. It's such a better looking ship. Obviously, it's longer, bigger. But yeah, that's really good looking set. So it is still retail for $80. So still not bad. The one you just built is better. I think so too. I think the Venator class, it has that common look. That just everyone knows this look. This one, not so much. Like I don't remember seeing. Like I have to go back and see where this one was at because it's an assault ship. Okay, great, it's an assault ship, but this is an attack cruiser, and the assault ship looks like it would be like. I don't have one close by, do I? No. It looks like an interceptor to me, like a Jedi interceptor. You should put them right here. This is the cockpit, and it's an interceptor. This actually looks like it means war. Like it's got its cannons all over the place. This thing looks like it's ready. But thank you all for staying, watching, and listening to me ramble on. But this is a really cool set when you compare it to this one. If you only have the one, it's hard to compare. But now that I'm looking at them, yeah, this one definitely is a more superior one. So, as always, you stay grumpy. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Ciao for now.